So right now, I'm just having lunch right here in a city cafe here in Pattaya, Thailand, right above the Pattaya, big, huge Pattaya city sign that you can see from most parts from Pattaya, central Pattaya Beach. So I've been here for about 9 days so far, and I have about another 2 before I go to my next location. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Oh, I've heard about Pattaya, and okay, let me address the elephant in the room. Yes, Pattaya is a city that has a certain reputation with certain types of tourists all over the world. But I'm here to tell you, and as a matter of fact, you'll see that, guess what, besides from everything that you may hear from other YouTubers or even German documentaries, there's a whole different side that no one talks about, which I think is a huge disservice to the city and the people here. So like this, what I'm going to show you is not an exhaustive list of things to do around here, but what I do want to show you is that there is like real life here. There are real people here, real families here, and things to do in the city that don't involve a single red light. So let's go. Okay, since I already did a lot of the tourist stuff already, we're not gonna talk about that. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna go through the normal everyday things that people who live here can expect to do. I started my visit by being invited to a wine tasting at Dicey Riley's Irish Pub. Every month they do a wine tasting. The setup is not like any one I've ever been to. It lasts about 2.5 hours. They present you with 5 wines, one for every 30 minutes, and within that 30 minutes, you can have as much as you can drink, but once that 30 minutes is up, that wine is no longer available, and then it's on to the next one. And there is really good food as you taste the wines, and I'm talking buffet style, not just snack foods, but real food throughout the whole experience. All of this costs about 1,650 baht, or at the time of this event, the equivalent of $50 US. The next night, there was a boxing event being put on featuring fighters from across the world. There were many Thai fighters, obviously, but fighters were from the Philippines, France, Algeria, and a few other countries as well. Although this was mainly a boxing card, there were a couple of Muay Thai fights mixed in, and there was actually a pretty cool exhibition taking place during one of the intermission periods. I don't remember how much this cost because I didn't know this was actually a gift from a friend, Robin, who lives in Pattaya. The very next night was my birthday, and my friend Jason wanted me to try something new, something I'd never done before, and that is an ice bath. So we made the drive up to Hero Sauna. This is my first time doing an ice bath, but Jason is a pro with this, so he guided me through this whole thing, and I have to say, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Apparently the trick is to alternate between the sauna and the cold water a few times, and then jump into the ice bath once your body gets adjusted.
Happy birthday! When the song's over, you can get out.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to James.
Why you slow it down?
Happy birthday to you.
I earned this.
You did. Happy birthday. There we go. It's a memorable birthday.
It is. And not a red light in sight. You see how this works?
Right, this is Pattaya. It's not just red light.
Exactly. Gotta say, I really felt refreshed after this. It was amazing. And this was a gift from Jason to me for my birthday. There are no shortage of markets in Pattaya, but I frequented 2 specific ones in the Jomtien portion of the city. The first one is the Jomtien night market. It's really popular among tourists and expats. Nothing particularly unique about it. It's filled with your standard food stalls, clothes, and other items. The second market I frequented and was actually a favorite of mine was the Yaimak market. I probably mispronounced it, but please bear with me. I like this one because the vibe is more local. There aren't as many foreigners there, and there are more, as far as population-wise, more Thais who went to this market. I guess the reason was it's a little bit further down the beach. But I also found the food selection there to be a little bit better. And my favorite thing about markets here is the food. And this market has one of my favorite bars that I frequented. And this wasn't a bar that you would think about when you think about Pattaya, but that's one of the reasons why I liked it. Oh, what do we have here? An expat family in Pattaya. Who knew? If you want a more authentic Thai experience as far as nightlife goes, then you need to visit a place called SinLapin Isaan. This is one of the more true Thai things you can experience here in Pattaya. It's live music, drinks, and dancing. Me and my friend Sherman were the two of maybe only 5 foreigners here tonight. We got here like early. When I say early, I'm talking about 10:30. It starts filling up around 1 o'clock in the morning, and we were there until about 3:30, and the party was still going. I gotta say, it was a very interesting experience. Admittedly, I will tell you, it is not for everyone. But if you are open-minded and you'd like to have a good time, you can really have a lot of fun here. For those who know me, you know I'm a big fan of professional wrestling. So, of course, I went to a small wrestling show, and it didn't hurt that the beers were unlimited throughout the evening. Even if you're not a fan, this can be a very fun experience. Just go in, take in the show, and just have a good time. And of course, I couldn't help but make myself a part of the show as well. As a saxophone player and a lover of music, I do enjoy jazz. And every Sunday at around 2 o'clock through about 6 o'clock, there are performances at a place called the Jazz Pit. The atmosphere is laid back, there's good music, food, and of course, drink as well. Now, I was only here for about 2 weeks, and this admittedly is not an exhaustive list of things to do, but just a few of the activities that I did during my time here. And I really felt it important just to take just a few minutes to show that there is another side to this sometimes very controversial city. I know I had my own impressions last year before Sherman had convinced me to come down and give it a try and see, hey, there is normal life happening here outside of everything you may find on social media and in YouTube. And I'm glad I did. Let's call a spade a spade. Yes, this city does have a reputation for a reason, but again, there is normal life happening here. It's not all one thing, and to just assume that only one thing is happening here is a huge disservice to the city and the wonderful people that I met here as well, to only think of that. So again, this is a shorter video, but I really hope you enjoy this. And until the next time I see you, take it easy.